Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where we speak about a road trip in a Tesla Model 3 within Europe and in the UK. Today, as you can see, we are finishing to charge the car using a lamppost in London. This is pretty cool because they are all over our area in London, so you can charge the car using a lamppost and the electricity is there and the price is not too bad. We are going to do a special trip today. We are going to do a 500 miles return trip to York. Try to see some beautiful villages in York and coming back to London. So we'll look at two Tesla Supercharger, one on the way north and one on the way south. And we are also going to monitor how much energy we use during this long road trip. Are you ready for the adventure? Sit back, buckle up, and here we go! So first, we had to calculate if we could go all the way without charging. And technically, it's possible with the Tesla Model 3 long range, but you are going to be just. You have to start at close to 100% and you arrive with just a few percent left. Some people have made it, but as you see, our battery was not full, and maybe it's better like that because it will give us the opportunity to test a supercharger on the way and to tell you all about it. So we took our way and then we wanted to make sure we also take the good motorway or highway to get there because you have two options. So I looked at Google Map, Waze, a better route planner to see for this time of the day what was my best option, and it was recommended to take the M1. The other option is the A1. The M1 is probably a bit larger, you have more traffic on it, but you also have more supercharger option for Tesla. And the last test was, of course, to put the destination into the car and to see what was the option available there. It was recommended to take the M1 and to make a stop at a Tesla supercharger. We decided to go ahead with the recommendation from Tesla and we were on our way to York. And in a way, we were glad not to have a full battery and to have stopped for recharging because the weather, as you will see later in the video, was not great and we have quite a lot of rain and the temperature was not very warm. So all of this impacted a bit the range that we can have with our battery. But there was plenty of option to recharge and we were not worried at all. Our first stop was in Rugby Supercharger. It's a new location, was built in July 2021 with 12 supercharger at 250 kilowatts available, but it can be quite busy. When we arrived, we had a few space available, so we were quite lucky, but when we left, it was really full. So you have to be careful at what time of the day you arrive. But as you will see on this video, there are also other chargers, non-Tesla, grid serve, and I think there also have 12 of them. So we give you plenty of options to recharge when you get there, but just try to avoid the rush hour of the day if you can plan it in advance. And it was a great surprise for us to discover this new parking area. We've never been there before and it's open in July 2021, so it's quite recent. But as usual, they put the Tesla supercharger on the back of the parking as we are used to now, but the parking is very well designed. You see a lot of trees and new plants that are planted there. The trees are still young and they are going to grow, but they are going to make this less of a parking lot and more like a stop with a park around you. There was a fountain in front of the little mall or area where you can see shops, a restaurant available, and of course a toilet. So you can really enjoy to take the time to have a break, relax, charge your car, and you are then on your way for your next part of the trip. You will see inside you have different options for food. You have a pret-à-manger, but you also have other options with a Marks and Spencer food area where you can buy vegetables, sandwiches, different products from Marks and Spencer. You have a Double H Smith, you have a Costa coffee, and you see how wide and light this place is. It was really designed for people to have the break. You have a KFC, you have Burger King, you have Greg's, and you also have a playground area for kids. We're going to see it later. So if you come as a family, you can stay an hour, or by the time you charge your car, take a break, take some coffee, and get ready to go. This is the play area for the kids. It's quite big, in fact, and I think we saw some family coming to enjoy a birthday party with their kids. It's not something what you do on the stop in the highway, but I think the locals around the area can come and enjoy this place as well. It was early in the morning, so we took a breakfast there and have a good relax. And then we decided to go to finish our first leg of the trip. You can see now the parking is almost full of Tesla charging to go north. So you have to be careful and you have to plan it in advance. That will be our recommendation. You see the weather was not great either for that weekend, but still a lot of people take this road. We continue on our way, and then it was pouring rain for another 2 hours to be able for us to arrive in York. And I was very glad we did that stop before the rain and we had a good rest, and that we could recharge the battery to almost 80-90%, because I didn't want to stop again under this rain. We finished our first leg of the trip in the rain in York, but we started to discover how beautiful the landscape was around us. We say in the countryside, so we were not going to York, but to a smaller village around 30 minutes outside of York. You see the roads were pretty narrow, there was not too many people on them, but the view was fantastic, so we really enjoyed that part of the trip. And after 4 hours of driving, within a stop that around 30 to 45 minutes, we arrive at our destination of Terrington, a very beautiful small village in the countryside. There is 2 schools, 1 shop, and a lot of beautiful old houses around. We were going to see some friends, and I will show you some of the images of this town with some music, and then we'll go to the second part of the video for the return back to London, and also to calculate how much consumption of electricity we had. And before we discover this village, maybe a quick reminder, if you like this kind of video, please don't forget to click the like button. It really helps my channel to grow and it pushes me to do more video. And if you want to see more video like this one, where we discover different villages in our Tesla road trip within Europe or in the UK, please don't forget to subscribe. It will push me to do more and more video and to probably get better at it. So this is the village, quick look, and then we will go back to the second part of the trip. So well done if you made it all the way to this part of the video. As you can see, on the second day where we were prepared to go back, it was very sunny, a beautiful day. So we are so happy to be able to enjoy this beautiful landscape on a sunny day and to see the difference between when it's rainy and cloudy and when it's sunny. I can understand now better why people love this part of the country so much. So we are leaving these beautiful little villages on our way back to London, and the road will be quite similar, around 4 hours of driving with one stop in the middle for recharging the battery. Similar to what we said before on the way up, technically it's possible to do the way back from full battery at 100% with the Tesla Model 3 long range all the way to London, but you will arrive with very few percentage of battery left. And if it's raining and if it's cold and if you needed to stop, maybe it's better to plan for a supercharger on the way. And this is what we prefer to do. We drive for 2 hours, make a stop, and then continue to our arrival, and we take the option when we stop to recharge the battery. So we had the same dilemma to go south than we had when we came up. Which is the best road to take, the A1 or the M1? If you know and have some preference, please don't hesitate to comment in the comment below, because some people like the A1, some people like the M1, and for me it was quite new, so I didn't know which one to choose. So I want, with a recommendation in the car, still go for the M1. Apparently there is more charging option on the M1 even when you go south, but you have to be careful because there are less option going south that you have going north. So we plan for it and we choose a Tesla Supercharger option near Milton Keynes. So this is Newport Pinel Supercharger. 12 styles available, 150 kilowatt max, so not the best option, but still super fast to be able to charge your car. It's not that recent like the one in Rugby, but it's still a good stop. You can see when you arrive there, there was clear sign to make sure people don't park there. It's reserved for electric vehicle and for charging only, so it's very clear and very visible because the parking is not as big. You have to be careful not to miss the exit. It's a very short ramp to getting to this parking lot, but when you are there, you can park and recharge your car. You will see there was quite a lot of people there, so I'm sure this one got quite busy during the weekend, but when we were there it was still okay. Of course we get rain as well on the way back when we arrived closer to London, so it was not the best weather, but we were glad to do a break after 2 hours. And you see there is different options, so KFC, Burger King and Waitrose. You also see there is 2 grid serve fast charger for non-Tesla cars, so very good to see those who become available more and more into those parking lots. And now we are going to have a quick look inside. It is much smaller and not as new as the stop we had on the way up, but see, KFC was open. You have a bridge to go on the other side of the highway where you have other options. If this one is full, for example, you can cross the bridge, and you also have Subway, Waitrose on the other side. You have a Starbucks coffee and you have a WH Smith if you want to buy some stuff there as well. You don't have a lot of place to sit, unfortunately, but it was okay for us. We almost arrived at the end of our trip, so it was a great day, 2 days, and let's do a recap of what we use in terms of electricity. So we did 509 miles during this round trip, and we use 130 kilowatts, and the usage was not too bad. We consume only 256 watt-hour per miles. Knowing that it was not warm, and it was raining most of the time when we went up and also when we came down. So I think it was pretty good. We had to charge twice at 2 Tesla Supercharger, and it was a good break because when you drive for hours, I think it's pretty good to have a break in the middle. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.